Hi everyone, have you ever been stressed out about how people do not listen to you when you talk? Or you have trouble delivering a speech but you don't know what is the root of your problem? If yes, then it might be because of the ways you convey your message when you speak. Delivering a speech requires a certain skills that helps to ensure that your message is conveyed effectively and understood correctly. But do not worry, I will help you to discover the ways on how to make people listen to you attentively when you speak. The first thing you need to do is to take your time when you are talking. Don't talk too fast because people will not be able to understand what you are going to say, and it is also a sign of nervousness as well as lack of confidence. Being agitated will also affect your breath control and thus tends to make you stutter a lot when you speak. So you won't be able to convince people to agree or even listen to your points if you seem nervous and doubtful. Your audience will also slowly lose their interest in you because they cannot catch on what you are trying to say, and this can lead to a misunderstanding. So, what you need to do is try to take a deep breath and give yourself time to relax. Fix your posture and take a short breath in between your speech. People will listen better when they can relate to what you are saying as they can catch up and process all the information given. You can also use various gesticulation to aid your speech as it may help you to calm your nerves while simultaneously catch your audience attention. The next thing you need to mind when you speak is to use a different level of speaking. You need to grab and hold people's attention by structuring your sentence in a way that they can get on what you are trying to say. You need to explain your ideas carefully and accurately by using simple but clear words and sentences so people will not only just grasp on what you are saying but also understand it accurately. You also need to justify on what you are saying so that you can persuade them to share your points of view by using techniques and skills in your words or ideas. This way, your points can be ingrained into their brain effectively. Be expressive while talking. You can do this by diversifying your speech tonality, volume, and speed. Using different tones and emotion when you deliver your speech helps the audience to distinguish what emotion or message you are trying to express. Learn to read the atmosphere of your surrounding and try to match your energy with your audience. This will eventually change the way the audience listen and acts. Moreover, it will also boost the mood and energy of your audience. Before going to the next point, did you know that speaking needs to use dozens of muscle tongue, lips, and throat?
The third point is you have to converse with your audience. People don't want to just keep quiet while you are the only one who is talking. You need your audience to talk for them to actually listen to you attentively. You can do a greeting to kickstart your speech. This will make you look approachable and to show that you are going to give an interesting speech. You may ask them about how their day was before starting your speech. Getting your audience to converse with you at the beginning of the talk could leave them a good impression towards you, and that might be a reason they want to fully pay their attention to your speech. You can also ask them about their opinions of the point that you are saying. You have to let them to speak up when they want to express their thoughts. Inviting them to ask questions when you finish your presentation is also a good way to see whether they understood you well or not. If they tell you that they do not really get what you are saying, then you can continue to explain your points in a clearer way. Next, thing you need to mind when you talk to make people listen to you attentively is to be concise and direct. When you have something interesting to say, explaining it less rather than more can be the most effective way to articulate it. When you are talking too long or trying to give a huge amount of details, people will easily lose their interest and attention towards you. You can avoid this by summarizing your points before saying it so that you can ensure that the message can be delivered perfectly. This will help you to explain it clearly because you already have a strong understanding about it. Last but not least, you have to speak in a clear and loud voice. Deliver your speech by speaking in a loud voice and relaxed manner to ensure that your voice can be heard loud and clear by the audience. Use a strong and convincing voice in order to obtain the trust and attention from the audience. People will not pay attention to you if they have the thought that you might be lying about your speech just because you sound hesitate. Do mind your articulation as well. Ensure that people can understand what message you are trying to convey by enunciating your words properly. Ways to improve your articulation is you have to be confident to pronounce every word because if you mumble, it can prevent you from speaking clearly. You also need to stop overusing words such as and like. These words imply that you are not exactly sure of your direction. Instead, you can use a sentence like let's move on to avoid sounding like an indecisive person. To sum up, minding your tones and voice, your articulation, as well as your manner and body language in delivering a talk or speech is the fundamental aspects about how to become a better speaker that can easily gain people's attention. If you can master all these techniques, congrats! You have a high possibility to be a great speaker and you will be able to control the audience's attention and can make them listen to you attentively. That's all from us. Thank you.